I love the countryside. It's simple, quiet, and full of natural beauty. All the things I yearn for in my busy life. And this year, thanks to you and your support, my dream came true and we were able to build our new studio in the country. Just look at it. Hello, everybody. Jennifer Maker here. It's a beautiful day to celebrate everything we've achieved together with this gorgeous shadow box with floating pieces, featuring the big red barn on our farm. And would you believe this is project number 700? We have made so many wonderful crafts and amazing memories together in the past 8 years, along the way to this new chapter in our lives. To celebrate, I want to share some of my favorite moments with you, so stick around to the end to see those. But before we take a look back at the past, let's take a closer look at today's project. Shadow boxes are one of my favorite ways to capture memorable moments. And this one is extra special because it has these super cool floating pieces. The farm itself is made from layers of cardstock and foam tape. But to get these special floating pieces, I'll show you how to layer vinyl on acetate. This is a fun technique that will take your shadow boxes to new levels. First, download my free designs at jennifermaker.com/700. You can either download right from that link by saving the project or download from my entire free design collection. To find it, look for libraries in the red bar at the top, and then click either Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. Search the page for design number 700 and click the link to download the designs. If you're not sure how to do this, visit jennifermaker.com/svgs to learn how to download and unzip files. Inside the folder, you'll find an SVG folder with 4 seasonal variations of my farm design to cut on a cutting machine. There's also a DXF folder with cut files for other cutting machines and a PDF folder with versions that you can print and cut by hand. If you need help cutting your layers, I'll show you how to do that later in this video. For now, let's do the fun part and make our shadow box with the floating pieces. Start with your design's bottommost vinyl decal face up on your work surface and place the acetate next to it, unprotected side up. I'm making this summer design, so I'll start with my sunflower petals layer on the bottom so I can layer their centers on top. Cut a piece of standard grip transfer tape just large enough to cover all 4 registration marks. Remove the tape's backing and then press it onto a lint-free cloth to decrease its stickiness so it's easier to use with the acetate. Hold your transfer tape in the shape of a taco or a U-shape, sticky side down. Then center the bottom onto the middle of the decal. Smooth the transfer tape from the center outward and burnish it using the scraper tool. Flip your vinyl over and gently peel away the backing. Cut a piece of parchment paper wide enough to cover the design without touching the registration marks. Smooth it down on top of the vinyl's decal and transfer tape. Lay the acetate protected side down and clean the top with rubbing alcohol and a lint-free cloth. Flip over your transfer tape and parchment paper and line up the registration marks with the corners of your acetate. The sheet should fit perfectly inside the registration marks. Once they're lined up, press the top of the transfer tape onto the top of the acetate. Take your scraper tool in one hand and gently burnish the transfer tape onto the acetate while carefully peeling away the parchment paper with your other hand. Use your scraper to burnish the vinyl pieces onto the acetate. Slowly peel away the transfer tape, leaving the vinyl on the acetate without the registration marks. If there are any air bubbles between your vinyl and acetate, use your finger to push them outward. Then apply the other vinyl layers to the acetate the same way. And now we have some pretty sunflowers and leaves on the trees, perfect for summer on the farm. Now remove the acetate's other protective film. Clean both sides with your rubbing alcohol and cloth, but avoid getting alcohol on the vinyl. Now we can put it all together. Stack your layers face up in the order they'll fit in the shadow box frame, using the bottom right numbered corners as guidance. Place the solid cardstock on the bottom, then add sheets 14 through 4 in descending order. Your vinyl on acetate layer goes in position 3, then layer 2, and finally layer 1, the unmarked cardstock sheet with a circle cutout. Grab your shadow box frame and set the backer and spacer aside. Take layer 1, flip it over, and put it face down inside the frame. Cut and place foam tape strips of your desired length on the back of layer 1. Make sure the strips are evenly spaced around the edge and avoid getting tape in the cutout areas. Peel the backing from each piece. Flip layer 2 over and gently lower it onto the frame, using the edges to help with alignment. Once it's centered, press down around its edges to adhere it to the foam tape underneath. Repeat these steps to add layer 3 to your shadow box, placing your foam tape in the same positions as the layer below it. I found that staggering the foam tape causes sagging, but stacking it keeps our layers adequately spaced and supported. For layers 4 through 7, add additional foam tape across the back and in the middle of any large sections. Make sure that the foam tape will be covered by the next layer before adhering it to the cardstock. Layer 8 has more area to cover, so use more tape and leave the backing papers in place. Set the shadow box and assembled layers aside. Now place layer 9 face down and add a line of craft glue around the edges and the cutouts. Work quickly but carefully so the glue doesn't dry. Flip layer 10 over and align it directly on top of layer 9. Flip the layers face up to make sure layer 10's white trim around the farm details is visible. Then press down and smooth to adhere. Gently wipe away any excess glue with a paper towel or your finger. Repeat these steps to add layers 11 and 12, making sure each layer's details are visible on top before adhering them. Now take the shadow box and remove the backing from the foam tape on layer 8. Flip the glued layers 9 through 12 face down and gently lower them onto layer 8. Add layers 13 through 15 to your shadow box using the foam tape along the edges and across large areas as needed for support. Once layer 15 is in place a few longer, equally spaced foam strips on its back. Peel the backing from each piece, then add an additional piece of tape directly on top of each one to create double stacks to fill extra space. Leave the backing in place on the second layer of strips. Place the shadow box's backing board on top of layer 15 with the hanger at the top. Press down the metal tabs on all 4 sides to secure it. Flip your project over and that's it, you are done. If you need some help cutting this design in Cricut Design Space, here's a quick tutorial. I'll demonstrate with the uploaded summer SVG design. Here's how the summer design looks on my Cricut Design Space canvas. There are 18 total layers stacked on your canvas. If you like, you can ungroup and spread out the layers. There are 14 cardstock layers, 3 vinyl layers with registration marks in all 4 corners, and 1 gray acetate layer. The spring and fall designs are similar, but the winter design has an additional acetate layer. Your project is designed to fit the 10 by 10 inch shadow box in my shopping list, but sometimes the box dimensions are slightly off. So use a tape measure or ruler to measure the inside of your shadow box. If you need to resize the design to fit, select all of the layers and make sure the lock icon is closed at the top to maintain the design's proportions. Enter the correct height adjustment in the height field, and the width field will automatically adjust to match it. Now, I don't recommend resizing for a much smaller shadow box, as some of the pieces are very intricate. My shadow box measured as expected, so I'll set my height back to 10 inches. And now, the layers are ready to cut. It's that easy. Make sure the correct machine is selected in the top right, and then click Make. On the Prepare screen, make sure the correct material size is selected for your mats. You can leave the vinyl mats at 12 by 12, but still cut the material down to size. Select the first mat so it loads first on the next screen, and then click Continue. On the Make screen, set the base material for your first mat. For the cardstock, I'm using medium cardstock setting with more pressure. I'm using the acetate setting with more pressure for my acetate mat. And for the vinyl, I'm using the premium vinyl permanent glossy setting, again with more pressure. Place your first mat's material face up on a green standard grip machine mat. Roll a brayer across the material to fully adhere it to the mat. Check that your premium fine point blade is clean and in the clamp, and then press the flashing load button to load the prepared mat into your Cricut. Once that's done, press the flashing middle button to begin cutting. When it's finished cutting, don't unload your mat right away. Instead, gently lift a corner of the material to make sure the cuts went all the way through the material. If they didn't, press that middle button again to make a second pass of cuts in the same spots. If you have any issues getting clean cuts, go to jennifermaker.com/cleanercuts for all of my tips and tricks. When the cardstock cuts are complete, unload your mat, flip your mat over onto your workspace, and roll the mat back to release the material without ripping or tearing. Use the spatula to help lift delicate parts, and the weeding tool to poke out any small stuck bits. Use a scraper tool to remove the small bits of cardstock left on your mat after you remove the cut pieces. When you get to your acetate mat, take the protective film off one side and lay the protected side down to prevent damage to the material. When the acetate cut is complete, unload your mat, flip your mat over, and roll the mat back to release the acetate. When you get to your vinyl mats, remember to place the vinyl pretty side up so it covers the design area shown on the screen. When the vinyl cuts are complete, unload your mat, but keep the vinyl on your mat to hold it in place. Then use your weeding tool to carefully peel away the extra background vinyl. And don't forget any small pieces inside the design. Once everything is weeded, flip the mat over and roll it back to release the vinyl with its carrier sheet. Lay out all of the pieces face up in organized piles. Keep your vinyl layers with your acetate and keep your cardstock layers stacked in order. If you're not sure about some layers' order or orientation, check the design's PDF guide for these details. You now have your very own farm shadow box. I just love how these sunflowers match the ones that bloomed at my farm all summer long. Would you like to customize your farm with different vinyl details? You can totally do this, and I can show you how. You can get my template and learn how to create your own floating piece layers through a special program called Advance over at jennifermaker.com/advance. The Advance program helps to take your crafting skills to the next level by teaching you how to make these popular designs unique and special through workshops and templates, as well as give you advanced access to my vast library of designs, projects, and resources. Plus, we do really fun member challenges. In fact, we have one right now where if you do a project a month for 12 months, I'll put your name on one of my rocking chairs on the porch of our studio on Maker Farm. Now, I may or may not be accepting new members into the advanced program at the time you see this, but if you're interested, go to jennifermaker.com/advance to learn more and see how it all works. And here are all 4 seasons at Maker Farm. I really loved using vinyl on acetate to create this shadow box with floating pieces. You can even see shadows behind the vinyl flowers. This is such a cool look. If you're interested in customizing your own scene for Maker Farm, don't forget to check out the Advanced program to learn more and gain access to tons of other ways to create personalized vinyl projects. Did you love this project, but you need a Cricut cutting machine to make sure your layers turn out perfectly like mine? I do a regular giveaway over on my blog at jennifermaker.com/Cricut giveaway. Get all the details and enter for your chance to win. If you have any Cricut or craft-related questions that you think I can help you with, just let me know. Leave your question below this video or ask over in our awesome Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/Cricut Crafters. And I would love it if you would share a photo of your favorite season with us in our craft group. I can't wait to see how your shadow box turns out. And now, as promised, here are some of our favorite moments from the past few years. These are my shoes. You see them? Just see if you can focus them. Not you. You can't see. I'm asking them if they can see. Does it focus? No, it's focused on the Cricut. You might actually have to just move it. Yep, exactly. Nope. And now try focusing it. See? They're all blurry. You can't see them. You have to move it up. You have to look at the screen. Can you see it? They can't see because I have it zoomed in. Move it down a little bit. You see? There we go. You got it. Thank you. There. See there? Oh. Do it. Use it the way that we're intending to, and then it's possible. What are you?
10.5 miles.
He's dancing in his seat. I guess it's 10.5 miles, and he guessed correctly, so he's very proud of himself. What you looking for, Greg? Something weird on my table?
Medicine.
Oh. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the pill? Oh, this isn't a pill. This is the hook. But what's different is the liner. So the liner is thicker on the smart vinyl versus like this stuff. This is not smart vinyl. This is just dumb vinyl. Just kidding. It's not dumb vinyl. I'm going to get the winners from the dream box and announce them. Greg is telling me that he's got coffee for me. Would I like coffee? Sure. Not with a straw. You can give it to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did you hear me say I need more coffee? That was sweet of him. Pretty much anything that's small enough to fit in this cup is going to be awesome, except liquids. I wouldn't do liquids. Greg is over there swatting flies.
Got it.
And he got it. Sorry. He got it. All right. Back to the questions. All right. Thanks again for being such a special part of what we do here at Jennifer Maker. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.